I sleep. I used to sleep a lot, but lately I've just been sleeping so little, like for the past couple of years. I've been doing melatonin too, but it just doesn't seem to be working. And normally, I don't know. It always feels like I'm on something that keeps me like going, like an energizer bunny. Like, I don't know, constant caffeine injections. I don't know, but sorry, I just woke up like this. I probably look ugly. And I have a fly. I got a zit too. I have a fly in my room. Ugh. Those flies are so gross. I don't know. Well, I'm still here. I don't know. I thought today I was definitely getting kicked out and thrown on my ass and killed. We'll see how far this goes. Once again, the sky is cloudy in Salina, Kansas. Not beautiful, but forecast. So I want to talk about guys named Cody. Now, I've known a couple of guys. Now, I'm not saying every Cody I've met, but there are a good majority of Codys out there that always look like supermodels to me. I don't know what it is. They're always the best looking dude, too, in the room. No matter what they look like, they're always the best looking dude in the room, I think. It's not every Cody, but there's always that one Cody in there that just turns everybody's head. Like, who doesn't want a taste of that Cody? I don't know. It's always a Cody, too. It's always some Cody guy that turns everybody's head. You know what I mean? He's always got the best everything looking. Like, he looks like he could be on a runway or some shit. I've seen some models before, like, for, like, Italian, like, modeling, but you always see a Cody and you're like, why aren't you on Italian Vogue? You know? Even your tattoos look hot as fuck, dude. They're like all perfect on you. They all look good. Like, who did your tattoos? Because they all look good on you, really good. Like, I want to lick them. That's how they look like candy to me. You know? But yeah, I've never met like certain Codys. They're always just like the guy that turns all the heads in the room. Nobody can not look at a Cody. I knew this dude named Cody I used to work with. Yeah, I always told everybody, why is he not walking the runways in France or Italy, you know? He has a perfect physique in terms of it. He has a perfect look. And I always ask the girls about him. I'd be like, does he have bad teeth? Is his teeth really good or bad? Because, you know, he's already good looking enough to be on the cover of a magazine, so his teeth better be on point. Yeah. But yeah, one time I saw him on the bus and everybody's head turned towards him. And you can't help it. He's just sitting there. He's just looking like a 10 in front of everybody. He doesn't have to do nothing. Just looks like a 10. You know? That's all. It's like, yeah. It's always a Cody. A Cody that always looks like he should be on a model. And then there's always the TJ with the perfect body. So, in my opinion, that's how I see it. God blesses these guys physically in every aspect. Now, I'm not saying some fat, dumb chud Cody. I'm talking about the guy that looks like he should be walking down a runway in Paris, France for a fucking, like, I don't know, John Galliano, just because he looks like he could wear John Galliano or some shit. He's got a bunch of tattoos. He looks like he just got out of prison, but he still looks good as hot as fuck. And all John Galliano has to do is dress him up in some like really edgy clothes that makes like costumey edgy clothes, and he totally like fits the character, you know. I don't know if you've ever seen John Galliano's clothing, and his style is just unrivaled, unrivaled, unrivaled. Every time I see John Galliano stuff, I'm just impressed. He doesn't come out with a show, especially his male wear clothing line, that I just can't not think to myself, this is the new trend that's happening for men right now. This is how we need to look and act, and it's always John Galliano. I mean, Alexander McQueen, everything looked good, like tailored, perfect. Like, I want to go out on the town at evening. Or Vivian Westwood, I want to go to a punk show. But John Galliano just has that look. Like, I could wear this all the fucking time, and everybody would be like, God, he has the best style, if you know what I mean. Like right now, I'm into the whole like I know it's an old one, but the jester ones, where they're all wearing like bells and like these masks that are from like the Renaissance period, with the big old nose, like the zany. I think it's zany or whatever, zany. It's just the perfect look for winter, in my opinion. Like, I would even wear the mask just for the sake that I think the mask is cool as fuck. You know? If people know who I am, they know who I am. I would, throughout my life, I've always liked to dress kind of John Galliano-ish, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's avant-garde street or what have you. It's just unique unto itself. It's eclectic, it's artsy, it's edgy, it's masculine, it's sexy. It just checks all the boxes. I don't know. It's not like some guys who make menswear and everyone looks like they just came out of a gay club for like whatever. John Galliano always looks like, I don't know. If he's doing gay club shit, you know, then all of a sudden it's like gigolos on the streets of Broadway or some shit. Like, it's just totally off the cuff. It's like something you wouldn't expect. It's not like, you know, gay dudes hanging out at the Astoria drinking like martinis. It's like gay dudes walking down Broadway Street or Hollywood Boulevard, kind of, you know, selling sex. That's the look we all want this spring. We all want to look like, you know, male prostitutes on Hollywood Boulevard. It just matches, you know. If we all want to look like, you know, warriors that day, we're all wearing army gear and football helmets and carrying around pitchforks and shit like that, dressed in war paint and shit like that. And like we're going to battle an apocalyptic fucking nightmare or something. It's always, I don't know how he comes up with these ideas, but he always impresses me. And it's never like a cookie cutter process. It's always like a concept or theme that surrounds it. Um, like he always matches, I don't know what his concepts or themes are based around, because whatever these concepts or themes he uses in his memoir are always executed the same way in terms of that, but the look is always different, you know. The look is always beyond what you would expect in a John Galliano male menswear. But I don't know. Those are the major standouts, the big hitters for me. It's always John Galliano, Vivienne Westwood, and Alexander McQueen. The original Alexander McQueen, you know. But the only one that ended up surviving in the end is John Galliano. The rest left their houses to the world, but John Galliano still holds strong at number one, in my opinion. Somehow he ended up on top when I thought Alexander McQueen was going to. But, yeah. If Alexander McQueen didn't cut his life too short over stupid shit, I think he would have reigned supreme still, but John Galliano checkmated that move to the top. Alexander McQueen to me was could have been the greatest. He was still the greatest, but so much so that he had an art exhibit called Savage Beauty. He was the greatest, but ultimately it was John Galliano that became king. You never expected, but it was John Galliano who ended up king in the end. You know, even though he had what it took to be king the whole time, I'm not saying there wasn't a time that nobody would have thought he could be king, but he did end up being king in the end. I wouldn't say he was the underdog, I don't even think he was the underdog, honestly. I think he was unrivaled, except for being the top, in the top tier of three. I don't think people realize how important he is in terms of modern fashion. Because you had like Vivienne Westwood in the 70s, right? 60s and 70s. And then you had Alexander McQueen in the 90s and early 2000s. But then you've had John Galliano since like the 80s up until now. And now his moment to shine is now. He dominates the scene. And nobody knows it. Still not everybody realizes how important of a fashion designer he is. And he's not really even a fashion designer, I don't think. He's just timeless. Everything he does is timeless. I don't think we'd get along in person, but I definitely would wear John Galliano's clothes. I think he's kind of a spitfire in person. He knows what he wants. He knows what he's after. So he has this vision, and he always executes it on point every single time. I can't think for a minute. I'm just like, I do not like that look. There's not one. I may not like certain elements, but overall, I always think it's a home run every single look. Almost every single look is a home run. You know, you can't do that. I've never met like a fashion designer who does that every single time. Unless it was Alexander McQueen and Vivian Westwood, but John Galliano does it. I can't think of anyone. I'm sorry, like, I'm a big fan of Demna Gvasalia, but I don't know. He hasn't been around as long yet, you know? I like Demna's aesthetics in terms of his fashion aesthetics, but still, John Galliano reigns supreme. He's been around the longest. He's a veteran. He's been to war longer than everybody else. And he still came out winning the war in the end, and nobody realizes it. What is it? He like took over Zara. Isn't that like one of the big fashion companies now? And anyone familiar with John Galliano would know how good his clothes is and his fashion is. It's always cutting edge. It's always a look that you want to be like. Like that freaking warrior with a fucking football helmet and army clothes and, I don't know, carrying a rope and a machete at the same time with war paint all over him. You don't know if he's a military expert, like, or a football player. he's all wrapped up in that, if you know what I mean. He's all wrapped up in that. I always think about that one time when I saw, oh shit, this is not good. Oh, no thank you. I don't care about moderation. But yeah, let's look at John Galliano real quick. I can't help but talk about him over and over and over again, and I think he needs recognition for his work. That's just me, so bear with me real quick. I have to get it all ready and stuff, but I'm just going to go through John Galliano, some looks that he has. I can't imagine not one dude out there thinking, damn, I never saw fashion like that. I always thought it was really gay. You know? Like, really. Like, boys dressed up like girls, but no. John Galliano, not really. The boys don't always dress up like girls with John Galliano, in my opinion. They dress up like little boys hanging out and wearing the craziest shit and getting ready to go to fucking Lord of the Flies war kind of stuff. You know? No, you know, like, oh yeah, they're trapped on an island. They're all gonna kill each other. You know? And they're all little kids dressed up like, I don't know, warriors of some sort. But I don't know. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I hope I can find it. It was like back in the 90s. Everyone looked like they were getting ready to go to war, but they were like dressed up in like sports outfits. And give me a second here. Just give me 5 seconds. Let me get this fixed. John Galliano. I didn't know he's British. I always thought he was Spanish or a pirate or something like that. Like he's from the Azores or something. John Galliano. Football player, army clothing look from 90s. I think it was from the 90s or 2000s. Yeah, this. All right. Like, how in the world can you not think this is the coolest shit in the world? All right. Why is it going ape shit on me? We did not play football, but all right, give me a second. I need a All right. This is this is the one like fashion thing. It was like from the 90s. Uh it was just like anyways. This is the first thing I ever saw from John Galliano and thought, wow, this blew me away. But anyways, I don't know any guy that wouldn't mind looking like this. John, let's see, I'm going to take off my glasses. John Galliano did not play football, but his legendary 1990s and early 2000s fashion runway show frequently mashed up American football gear, military camouflage, and heavy tactical army clothing. He is highly influential British fashion designer known for theatrical narrative-driven collections, most definitely. The specific look you're thinking of stems from a few distinct iconic collections where he blended aggressive athletic wear with army surplus aesthetics. Anyways, you can go into that. But ultimately, like, I don't understand any guy who doesn't want to dress like that. You know, just like, like, man, you're talking about like looking hardcore and you're throwing all this shit together. This is the first fashion show I ever saw from it. Was it? I think so. Let me look if it was in the warehouse. What was that camouflage or that concrete warehouse? Like this is not your typical like it was in a concrete warehouse. I remember. Maybe this is the one. Yeah, it was like in a concrete. Like look at that look. That's pretty crazy. He was already into camo before it was even like big now. Like everybody's wearing camo. And he's already like sporting camo on like an apocalyptic. Everybody like he's you know who's going hunting in that picture. But yeah. I don't know. This is the first show I ever saw. And then he came out with the Jester ones not too long ago, which was also one of my favorites because everybody looked like they came off of playing cards or something or out of a painting. I don't know what they're called, but menswear, what his lines are called, but I just know by the way they look. See, look at that shit. I'd love to dress like that this winter. I mean, this is so James Young Kirby, don't you think? Like anyone in high school would have thought that's something James would wear right there. Coming to school. Like, that's how I'd love to. If I could, I would have dressed like that in school. Honestly, I would have dressed like that in school if I had a choice. If I could. Everybody knows I was kind of eccentric in the way I dress, but you know, if I'm getting in trouble wearing like concert t-shirts, I'm not going to come in looking like that with everybody thinking I'm on dope or some shit. But he even used Charlie Chaplin, you know, like where do you get these ideas? And then this is the thing, because I became so obsessed with this concept. It's the bells, like the jingle bells in these things. Like I don't know what to do in terms of like, do I like start wearing jingle bells? Everyone, is this like the new look now? Because the last thing I want to do is run around town jingle belling, you know, everywhere, and everybody being like, "What is wrong with that dude?" And I'm like, "Don't you know who John Galliano is?" Yeah, you have no clue who John Galliano is. He's the one that started this trend now. But look, there's jingle bells all over this guy's clothes. So cool. Suicide for fun, totally John Galliano, but the jingle bells do it for me on this. They're just so random and everywhere. And why would you have all this stuff? But it just looks good. It looks perfect. Like, I would go out and want to wear Jingle Bells just for that reason. I don't know. I could totally see my sister's ex-boyfriend, like, wearing this look right here. Like, maybe not this one exactly, but I don't know. He's a little bit like gay. He used to be gangster, or he's kind of gangster, but yeah, something like, I don't know. But definitely this kind of like aesthetic right here. This dude right here. He might need some yellow in there or something, but I don't know. Maybe like that dude, like. But one of my sister's ex-boyfriends always kind of reminds me of, like, he'd be into that court jester aesthetic, you know, like, I don't know. He's a badass, but to some degree, but at the same time, I think, yeah, totally. He reminds me of someone that would kind of go for that look, kind of like a court jester of some sort that, I don't know, horror movie meets gangster meets uh, court jester, all wrapped up in one. I don't know what else he's wearing. Is that athletic wear? Because it must be, because he likes like black athletic wear clothing, so streetwear. So I guess it has that cut to it, streetwear cut. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't see him actually wear that though, but I could see him wear that to like a party or something. I don't know if he would wear that whole outfit, but he would definitely take that look, that idea, and probably incorporate it into his look. I'm not saying he'd go out like that, but out on the town like that, but I definitely could see him thinking of dressing in this kind of concept or aesthetic, a little bit like medieval court jester, kind of scary, street thug, um, gangster, like, um, but all at the same time. Like, definitely you could see this guy walking into a bank and robbing it and nobody knowing, who the fuck he is, right? But all you look like, I don't know. But yeah, John Galliano. Unrivaled. I always thought Alexander McQueen was going to come out on top, but unfortunately he cut his life short. So, um, but John Galliano checkmated everyone in the end, and nobody saw it coming. Let's see. Just look at some of his fashion lines. I mean, come on. Charlie Chaplin looking like that. I mean, for real. Guys that look like they just got beat the fuck up at a fucking boxing ring. Like, who's doing that shit? I don't know anyone. Wouldn't you want to dress like that, everybody? Like, every dude wants to dress like that. You don't see fashion like that. What about that? Like, I could dress like that too. I would look like a Japanese warrior dressed like that. I'm sure everybody would think it's cool as fuck. Yeah, that's totally James. I can see the Mexican football team dressed up like that too. Like some of the dudes, yeah. So, like, this is not like your typical fashion runway. Like, I don't know. I just came out of the gay bar at Waldorf in Astoria, but sure, there's some cuts like that, but ultimately, when he gets into his like crazier shit like that and wackier shit, it always reigns supreme. I think ultimately, in the end, the look always, even this. I mean, street urchin from the Victorian era. I mean, to this day, I still wear ropes as belts. You know, I still wear a rope around yeah. So, John Galliano. I mean, sure, he tampers it down for people, ultimately, so that they can wear them out in public. But come on, you ever thought Charlie Chaplin? I mean, dude's dressing up Charlie Chaplin. Even though it looks gay, he's still wearing like a boxer's like what fighting shorts. I mean, it's still there. So this guy looks like a serial killer, yeah, but it's still cool as fuck, right? That guy looks like I just came off the boat with George Washington, but I'm still looking like fly as fuck. So, not your typical run of the mill kind of. I'm gonna make all my male designers look like gay fashion models. No, actually, I want them to all look like they just been in a fight at a boxing ring or MMA or going to war or such. You know, like I mean, you could look at his women's wear, but ultimately, I love his men's wear. His men's. This is the one where all the dudes were supposed to be like prostitutes or some shit. I think like gigolos. Is that right? I don't know. It could be, but they were all dressed up like male gigolos like this, and this was the look. I can't. Maybe it was. Let's look at it. Male gigolos. John Galliano. Male gigolos. Gigolos. I think that's how you spell. Gigolos. I don't know how you spell. Was it gigolos? Fashion runway. Look. Refers to 2026. There's this one look where all the dudes look like gigolos. Street. Was it in the 90s? I can't remember. 90s fashion runway. Let's see. Was it in the 90s? I don't remember. 2000s, early 2000s. But even if they look like they came out of a gay club, they all just came out of like Broadway Street. I can't find it anywhere. The controversy around is this it? I don't know. I can't remember. But all the dudes were dressed up like they were walking down. I don't know. I swear to God it was. I swear to God I remember seeing it. And all the guys were hitting on the audience members like, hey, you wanna take me home tonight? I can't remember which one that was. 90s. They said gigolos, but maybe prostitutes. I don't know. Maybe that's a. I wish I could find it. Heavily referenced to the Greek. In sex workers, it even says right there. But I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was this look. I don't know. Maybe it was these looks. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was these looks. I don't know. I can't remember. But there was one where all the men looked like they were, sex workers. Male sex workers. It was like, and they were all dressed in white too, I think. The majority of them were dressed in some kind of white outfit. I don't know. Like I remember when he came out like that. I remember that. They all look like, yeah. They all look like they were selling themselves to the audience. I mean, come on, look. Who's not gonna want to wear a fucking lobster around your neck? All right. Yeah, right. Come on. That must be the one. 2000. This looks like it. They all look like fucking straight out of like a Kira or Queer, that movie Queer, or where all the dudes were like sex workers back when our grandpas were around in the World War I or II. Yeah. I mean, there's some butt scenes right there, but ultimately they all look like, hey, yeah, I'm walking down the street. Look at this look. Totally. I love it. I love that look. Ain't that the coolest shit? Any of it. Make it. Is it Getty? Oh, go figure. It's a Getty image. I mean, come on. Do you not like that look at all? Is there any guy out there that doesn't like that look? It's pretty crazy, though, even though it's revealing. But imagine going into your bedroom with your girlfriend dressed up like that. Would she be like hot for cock if she saw you dressed like that? It's like, you look so edgy and mean today. I don't know. So cute. So like horror movie / whatever. Yeah. Anyways, so I don't know, you could scare her, who knows, but you know, we're boys. We like to dress crazy like we do, I guess. We like to look scary when we're dressed up like this, so rah. Anyways, a little tough. I definitely think if you saw your boyfriend or some dude dressed up like that and came in, you weren't with your girlfriend, but your bros, they'd probably think you're a gimp. The gimp and the girl. They're like, yeah, okay, we know who's gimping out tonight. You know. Anyway, so yeah, John Galliano making it to the top finally, getting his due respects after decades of making some of the best fashion in the world. If you didn't know, I can't imagine any straight dude out there not looking at that and thinking, damn, that is actually a really cool look. I don't know. Definitely not like the gayest gay shit, but this stuff, yeah. Guys, I think, could totally be into it. So that's the kind of like menswear I would wear as a man. Not like, I don't know, who would I think? Who's like the gayest? I don't know. I don't want to say, but I always think this guy has really gay men's look. I don't know. It just looks so gay to me, but it's all right. I mean, like, I can't imagine wearing this shit, but it's still good. It's still good. It's still cut well, but personally, I don't want to wear that in public because I know everybody would think I'm gay. But at least when I wear this shit, everybody's scared of me. You know what I mean? Everybody don't want to fuck with that guy, but the other guy they'd actually like, I don't know, fuck with, if you know what I mean. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Bye.